This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 6. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. All right, I want to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai by Hashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Salutation to those out there who are laboring in this truth and sincerity. I'm Yalakman Ra'ah from the Shepherd of Berea camp. And don't be afraid of growth. Be afraid of growth. Appreciate the system that the Lord has around you, the brothers, okay? And this truth that we have around us and the brothers operating in this truth. And don't be afraid of growth, all right? Now, going to diversity of operations, because each brother has an operation in this truth, which you can learn a lot from the next brother and should be inspired. You know, one thing as me being in this truth, I've learned how to be more charitable from the priest Karak Al-Kahan, priest Tahawan Mayam. Also, you know, the boldness to speak, you know, and I'm just saying the truth from what I've learned. You know what I'm saying? Of course, these brothers will be humble about their situations. But, you know, all through the spirit and power, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, first and foremost, because this is in the Lord's gave these abilities. But prophesying, being diligent, reproving and rebuking, you know, being bold. Got that from the priest Tahawan Mayam, as well as Karak Al Kahan. But each brother has a highlight that sticks out, you know. But these, you know, I'm saying these two brothers because they're my elders in the camp, and you know, and them brothers, I'm pretty sure, you know, gain each other's experience and talents. So I see the things in both of them. But the boldness, the studying and being charitable, hanging out with brothers, having a balanced spirit, you know, definitely from the priest Mayam as well, you know, through the Holy Spirit, having a balanced spirit, and as well as priest Karak, because that brother's a very charitable brother, you know, take brothers places and do things, you know, and now you would, you know, reciprocate that same energy to another brother that will come in the truth, you know, and this truth basically, don't be afraid to grow. You know, don't be afraid to look at what a brother have and be able to apply to yourself. You know, and each brother has a talent. The priest Rob Shapat, that brother has gained all, you know, the same talents that I've mentioned. You know, I see the same qualities in that brother, and you know, plus more. You know, because he has his own gift, which is, you know, he gets deep into a lot of information. You know, and you know, that spirit is reciprocated around, right? But it says, but the manifestation of the spirit is given to every man to profit withal. So, you know, this everybody's gift is meant to, you know, for us all to profit. You know, so necessarily, the brothers that's around, you're gonna gain from, you know, you benefit from being around them in that circle. That's why being part of a camp is beautiful. I know a lot of people out there, they kind of like see the truth, they know the truth, but the camp, they don't want to be enjoying a camp. You know, so the spirit always say, you know, well, go ahead and push out the truth still. You know, but being around a camp, you get to learn a lot from brothers. You know, of course, all men ain't perfect, but you get to gain a lot of, you know, if you're really sitting there and soaking up and seeing how brothers move, you know, because that is also going to what you're looking for. If you're looking for mistakes in people, you're going to see it because we ain't perfect. You know, and if that's going to ultimately make you, as a truth, say, let your eye be, if it's full of light, he said, you know, it's what are you trying to get out of this? Are you looking for flaws for a reason not to be in the camp, not to follow this truth? You can find that, you know, but ultimately you should be looking for what? You should be looking in another brother to see what you can learn and gain. You should be able to be able to look and be able to soak up information and gain from another brother, you know, to be able to add towards your life, so life could be made easier with you. You know, you know, I be even, and like I said, you know, you know, these are things that I've seen for myself. I've seen a brother, you know, operate with the family, you know, their wives, their kids, and that inspired me to do things and maneuver in that balanced direction as well. You know, and there's flaws that I know I have, But being around the brothers, it motivates and inspires me to do. You know, because guaranteed this world gets real bitter sometimes. So you might be a brother that might be like, man, you just want to stay to yourself because you might just want to stay to yourself. You might have been that type of person that's just to yourself, and then you come in the truth, you see everything for what it is, and it's just like, man, I ain't trying to be around this person, that person. And then you'll see another brother who goes to games, who travels, goes out and does this, and he's able to operate, and you like, damn, damn, I need to, and then they put us, and that brother take you out, you go over there, and and then you're able to what you're able to learn, all right, and the importance of those things is because it won't burn you out for one. Two, you never know who you'll meet where you're able to shed light about in this truth. And three, you're able to speak about more in this truth, from experiences. All right. But, I'm talking about the different, these are spiritual attributes. These are spiritual attributes, man. I'm gonna read on. It says, for the one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom. Right. Now, scriptures say, I was saying about traveling, wisdom coming from what? Experience. It comes from the Most High. But in order to get a lot of wisdom, you have to have been out there to experience. So that's what helps you out, gain wisdom. And when you're around a brother that's experienced and you maneuvering around it, so you're able to see things, real time and learn and pick up from it real time. When you think about the 12, oh, matter of fact, thinking about how Yahweh Shah kept them 12, but why do you think he did that for? So they could soak up game. And a lot of times Peter would ask him, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? That has that, and the Lord would be like, well said, Simon Peter. The reason why was because the Lord was actually giving them experience. They were traveling around. They were, he was showing them balance. He was like, well, let's not offend them. Let's pay them the fee. Like a lot of things, was to actually teach and learn because they will be teachers themselves. I'm just kind of quoting little different stories. The story I quoted was when Yahweh Shah got the fish, the money out of the fish's mouth. You got the money out of the fish's mouth, right? And they paid to go in. But the concept Yahweh Shah was asking Peter was basically, is the, who should be free, and Peter answered well, and he said, lest we should offend them, let's pay them to enter. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these things came around maneuvering and moving throughout the world, but being with someone experienced, Peter gained faith, just going off of seeing what Yahweh Shah walk on water. You know what I'm saying? So that gained that. You might see a brother like that, just like nothing bothers him. Like, and a lot of times, we don't know why we putting through situations, but it's also to build up another brother. Like in the physical, we don't know, but spiritually, we know why. So you might see a brother who got like hella weight on him, like hella weight. And what I mean by weight, as far as things in this world that's that will break somebody or make somebody not even be in this truth, or that make people bug out, but they move carefree. And when I mean carefree, I mean not like in a sense of recklessness. I mean like in a sense of, it doesn't bother them. And what I mean by not bother them, because I want it to be clear, I mean it in the aspect of where this is not going to make them curl up and just lay in the house and die. It's not going to make them lose hope and, man, you know what I mean? Like, have that spirit where, it is what it is, So that brother, you around him and you seeing the things he go through, you'll learn from that. You'll get faith. You'll be able to go through barriers, Let's go on. Let's keep reading. It says, verse 8, for one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit. All right. Because you know what? Some brothers know a lot. They may be able to retain and know a lot of information, but not know how to apply the wisdom to knowing these things. So now you know the information, but you don't know how to maneuver with it, you know? So, but there's a spirit, but now you supposed to learn from this brother who knows how to maneuver with it. And then the things that you know, that brother can gain from that, and he'll show you how to maneuver with it. But see, this is a body and this is a system. And it's meant to be put together to form this Voltron, to form this body, because no one man is going to have it all. Only one who had it all was Yahweh. All right, now we all got to come together and learn from one another. And that's the point of the brotherhood. That's the point of this system, man, that the Lord created. You know, verse 9, to another faith by the same spirit. So one brother faith might be elite. Now your faith might not be able to match their faith. And that brother expectation shouldn't be, that brother expectation should be for you to want to strive to have that faith on there, you know, but ultimately, you know, we're all given a certain measurement, you know, but nevertheless, you should be inspired. Like Peter seen Yahweh Shai walk on water, you know. Peter seen Yahweh Shai heal people, and, you know, Yahweh Shai said, you know, oh, yeah, little faith. You know, they tried to do these things, but they wasn't all the way there. They faith meter wasn't all the way there yet. You know, Peter walked on water, but then when the winds blew, when he was tried, you know, he pretty much kind of like, he lost faith. You know, in that instance of when he was walking on water, because the wind started to blow. So like now the physical was kicking in. Oh shit, what the hell am I doing? The wind's blowing, bro. I'm out in the middle of water. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. You know? But the point of the matter is that being around Yahweh Shai, his faith grew. So a lot of times, you know, don't be scared of growth. You know, be around a brother, go out here. Don't let an excuse, you know, always stop you from a lot of things. Is, you know, it's about growth, and it's, you know, you know, it's a day by day walk. It's a day by day walk. You know, it's not gonna be like, all right, this day I'm gonna get it all from. It's a day by day walk, man. It's a day by day walk. But you know, as reading this, you know, we around a circle from one another. You know, the Lord put us around another to gain these different attributes from one another. That's how you, you know, the Lord gave you one talent and you double up that talent. That's what you're supposed to do. And then when you get those talents that the brothers you around, you go out there and someone see how you maneuver and then you teach them and you spread the talent unto them. And that's what this thing is about. You give somebody faith who didn't have faith before. You give somebody the knowledge who didn't have knowledge before. You give somebody wisdom on how to maneuver who didn't have wisdom before. See? To another faith by the same spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same spirit. So another brother have the gifts of healing. Knowledge, I mean, it could be the gifts of healing as far as some brothers is into good sounds and they know, you know, what can make a brother calm. Like, yo, brother, you know, listen to this type of music. You might be chilling with a brother. He play some nice jazz music. It put you in a calm space. Take you to different food spots. It nurtures you. It's just different. You know what I mean? Why it's more calm. It's more, you know, it's in that healing state. You know what I mean? Also, some brothers might be gifts in different herbs. All right. So you learn from those things and you pick up those things and now you know when to apply them. Or if another brother's going through something, you know when to take them out over here or chill with a brother over here. And, you know, this is ultimately the body, okay, which each brothers have, but we able to what? We able to gain these different things from one another, which we should do. You know, which we should do. Okay, to another to work in the miracles. All right, one brother, man, he just worked miracles. Brother just always, you know, man, he just, you know, he's just always working a miracle. All right, to another prophecy, another brother's into prophecy. So that's not all of these attributes is good attributes when you looking at it for that. And of course, each brother ain't gonna have the whole package, but you're supposed to be looking from what you know, a brother that you could gain something from with, and that brother should have something to offer in his truth. You know, and the scriptures say, if any man lack, let him ask of the Most High. And if you lack these things, pray. Pray to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that you're able to get those things. And guess how you're going to get those things? You're going to get those attributes because they're going to, now the Most High is going to keep your eye more wide and highlighted to the attributes that's in other men. That's how you're going to get it. You're not going to just go to the store and buy it. The Lord could just bless you with it. But a lot of things in this realm we in now, The Lord is blessing you with it. All you got to do is see it and watch how another brother move. Watch how the apostles move. Watch how the individuals your camp has individuals move within their body, and you'll gain that. You'll gain those things. Right? It says to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits. Hey, that's another thing I could say that the camp head priest Tahawan Mayim has. He has a discerning of spirits. He's able to read people. That brother has a has a super ability with that. Sometimes you'll be like, hey, that's why, hey, sometimes you be like, dang, man, this brother just able to do it. But hey, that's a good quality, because that brother is able to discern when all right, this brother, that'll help you. Because sometimes you be like, damn, man, oh man, the brother's reading me, but that's a good thing. All right, that's a good thing the brother's reading you, because at the end of the day, that brother put up prayers for you. Also, the brother point out your flaws and your mistakes. And that's something that people don't like. Right, to point out flaws, mistakes, to discern, to be able to, or maybe discern people that be like, nah, bro, that person around you ain't for you, and ultimately that demon on you might be like, man, I don't want that to be discerned, or damn, don't tell me that, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy this person coming, but the truth is the truth, all right, and that's a great ability, discerning of spirits, all right, because that's like a doctor. That's like a doctor, the doctor or detective, that's like a spirit that's needed, because they're able to see that, all right, you're not at your full health right now. You going through this, or these spirits is messing with you, or that's going on, or nah, there's something going on with that brother. That's something I know the priest always say, nah, something's up with that brother right now. I don't know what it is. And then it comes out. And then when it comes out, you know what I'm saying? That then the situation get dealt with, but that's an ability that's needed. You know what I'm saying? And so it could be a big thing. Sometimes it could be a small thing. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, those are abilities that you want to be able to have. And then, when you see it done and you've been around it, then you able to see, oh, okay, I see why the brothers say that. Oh, okay. So now you're able to look for things, whether in a small matter or a great matter, to be able to discern, right? It says to another diverse kinds of tongues. Hey, you're going to have brothers. Hey, that's one thing Priest Rahab Shapah has, is diversity of tongues. He's able to speak Creole. Now why is that needed? Because someone that doesn't speak English, to understand the truth or be able to get this wisdom and this knowledge, right? They can now, they can now get it through that tongue or that language that they can understand. You see, so that's why that's an important talent as well. The scriptures speak on that. So obviously the Lord gave the diversity of tongue, and wanted that to be done, because that's your highlight, And yes, another brother can learn and want to do that, whether it be in that tongue or another language. But at the end of the day, that brother's part of the body. So that's his use, right? To another, the interpretation of tongues, diverse kinds of tongue means speaking and then be able to interpret, right? But all these, because then you got to, you hear what they're saying, you're able to interpret. But all these worketh that one in the self-same spirit, dividing to every man severally as he will. So that these abilities is divided up unto each man. All right. For as the body is one, have many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is Yahweh Shai. For by one spirit we are all baptized into one body, whether we be Jews or Gentiles, whether we be bond or free, and have been all made to drink into one spirit. All right. So basically, man, whether you grew up in this thing knowing who you are, or whether you were foreign to this truth and now you came into it speaking in a Gentile state of mind, free or bond, having all made to drink into one spirit, because this is all the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. When Moses has spirit got split up between 70 elders, like his spirit went on 70 elders, and then the spirit also went on a man by the name, I think, Barazah Allah, where that brother, man, he pretty much is the reason why the tabernacle got built up the way it did. Man, he drew out the architecture, the lines for it. He knew the wood. He knew the specific things that was needed. You know, the measurements and all of that. And the Most High gave him that ability. And he gave him that ability to work within the body of Israel. So these abilities are needed, you know, and that's soaking up around the energy that's around your team. Because that Barazah Allah taught it to another brother. All right. He taught another brother the ability. Let me see, Bara. Let me see. Maybe this is the brother. Well, he taught it to another brother, right? And that brother was able to now assist and do the same thing, and they taught other men. So the point of the matter is that, you know, the scriptures say, way out a wise man's doorstep. Let me get that. Meaning, bro, you should soak up as much as you can. Sirach 6:36. And if thou seest a man of understanding, now first your eye got to be open to that. So that's why I say, you know, you might be praying and the Most High increase you to it, but your eye now will be open to this man's abilities. All right, now when your eyes open to these abilities, you seeing the things that you supposed to see out of that man. You know, it says, get thee betimes unto him and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. So you should always be pretty much trying to get up with that individual, get up with that brother, you know, see what that brother got going on, you know, and it you know, you could, you know, that is what it is. You know, that's how the spirit should be. You know, it's not that it makes you less of a man, but you're trying to become more of a better man. You know, and yeah, you know, essentially, yeah, you are less in that position, not meaning that you are, but you're trying to gain and grow. You know, you're trying to gain and grow. You know, you got to see that you lack these things. But like I said, the scripture says your eyes got to be open to know that this brother got more understanding. This brother knows how to maneuver like this. Okay, I see how he did that. Okay, I see how he maneuvered with this brother. Wow, he did that. Okay, you know what? I got to do that. And I, you know, and those are the things you want to see. And when you see it, you should want to grow. You should want to go out and do those things. Don't be scared to do it. You know, go out and step out. And you gonna make mistakes because that was a years worth of suffering, pain, or whatever that brother may have went to get that now. So don't think when you go out there too that just because it didn't go right the first time, oh man, damn, I guess I can't be like, you know, nah, man, you got to keep going. All right. At least you know what you know. That's a beautiful thing. But you know, sometimes you know what you might be doing or implying might be misunderstood. You know, or it might be like, yo, man, nah, don't do it that way. That don't mean not to do it. You just got to get it corrected. You know, you just got to adjust it a certain way. You know, because this whole movement of this body is we're dealing with the elect now. When you're dealing with 144,000 chosen men, when you're dealing with even the 1/3 of itself out of a whole world, 7 billion, 8 billion people, all right, you're dealing with a supreme elite movement. So, of course, it's going to be corrections. Of course, it's going to be adjustments because you're dealing with an elite type of movement, elite abilities. You know? You know what I'm saying? You know, and a lot of times, you know, you inspired, you want to do it. I remember one time, you know, the brother always bought something. I said, yeah, man, you know, brought you know, the fights thing, the fight thing, and then I put it out there, like, yeah, man, because you know, the brother always pay for stuff. So I said, yeah, nah, you know, brother, I brought it, and it wasn't necessarily needed. You know, I was just excited. Yeah, you know, like, yeah, man, you know, Instead, now I return the favor, but that was the flesh at the same time. Like, yeah, man, you know, I did something that this brother would usually do, but that's not the aspect of it to get recognition for it. It should just to do it naturally. You know what I mean? Just because now you know how to treat somebody else. Now you able to do that because in the world, you're around niggas that basically, you know, they just do shit for themselves, you know, or they do shit to stun on somebody else. You know, for the most part, I was. old friends in the world I was around, they do shit just to stun on you. Yo, bro, I got this new shit. And then you you looking halfway done, and them niggas, they fully furnished, but and then they stunting having they fun, and you just basically there as a groupie, you know? So that's the ways of the world, okay? So yeah, going back to what I was saying, and then I got rebuked for that. And then I, had to go back to back to the basics, fast and pray, because, ultimately, I'm going about it the wrong way, and I'm just using that as an example because these are different things that, we'll all go through. And you might be like, nah, brother, man, well, I did it, man. I was trying to do how you did it. But you was doing how that brother did it for the wrong reason, or for the wrong way, or you wasn't really, you just didn't do it right. You got to go back to the basics and try it again. That's all that means. You got to go back to the basics and try it again. You got to go back to it and do it with a more right heart. You got to do it better in the right spirit, because we got old nigga in us too, man. and we just getting purified as well. Most High say he gonna put us in the furnace of affliction. You're gonna be purified, bro. To be purified is a good thing, but it's to do something, add that, keep applying that heat. Keep going through it. Rinse and wash, rinse and wash, rinse and wash. Try it again, bro. Try it again, bro. Try it again. And at the end of the day, it's gonna account for one moment. Like that brother on the cross, he did wrong, but that one gesture he did to the Lord, he entered into paradise with Yahweh Shah. From that moment, so you just keep doing something over and over. When it finally hit, I watched a documentary with Kobe Bryant, and he was talking about how he missed every shot. But he kept, one thing about Kobe, he kept trying. And when he kept trying and kept applying himself, I think it was out of the third or the fourth year, he literally said this out of his mouth. He said this year, it just clicked. Like, meaning that everything was aligned up. It just worked out for him. He said every shot went in. Everything he did was good. He said I couldn't be stopped. But all the years before that, I kept missing, but I kept trying. I kept missing. I shot 1,000 jump shots after that. Then the next game I messed up. I was shooting air balls. I was doing this wrong. But he kept trying. And the reason why is because it's going to count for the moment. Peter, he kept trying. He did this. He tried to take the spirits off. Man, he lacked faith. He tried to walk on water. He lacked faith. He messed up there. He said, Lord, man, I'm going to go down with you to the end. But he messed, he got, when he got pressed, by the female and the people questioning him, he pretty much denied the Lord, But he kept trying, and to the moment where, boom, it clicked for Peter. He was healing people, doing this, doing that, all the way up until, strive for the truth unto death, right? It says, Sirach 6:36, get thee batons unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door. So, you wear out his doorsteps. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. Meditate on doing good. Now, once again, his commandments you'll be seeing done through other Akim, other brothers, other priests in the camp. All right, because they're gonna carry, each brother gonna highlight carrying out a certain commandment of the Lord, and those are good things. All right, so you're gonna follow that. Yo, man, this brother's always like this. I'm gonna rock with this, but yo, man, this brother's always like that. Man, I'm gonna get into it that, how that brother moving. I'm gonna apply that in my life, and you gonna mess up here, you're gonna mess up there. I know because I be trying as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's good. It should be a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, you should want to get up, like, and then be motivated again. You know what I'm saying? And then certain things ain't going to be meant for you at the time. That don't mean to stop, but certain brothers is going to get certain things because they, look how long they've been doing it. And then, your time will come, but you just got to stay with it and keep doing the right thing. If I'm, Lord willing, I'm making sense. Because certain abilities or certain things will start manifesting for brothers, but don't let it discourage you or doubt you or make you feel like, damn, man, it came from me. Well, that brother been in the truth long, or that brother been aiming for this for a long time. You don't want to measure hands with another brother because, You know, can't measure your hands with Moses, can't measure your hands with Aaron. They're gonna be on that level. Most High been dealing with them for a long time too. All right. And then it's just set up in the spirit for them. But at the same time, you know, yes, you should be inspired to wanting to be like them and maneuver on you know, on that type of spirit, but don't have that expectations of that way you should be, you know, at that moment is what I'm talking about, you know, or or reaching that exact level as them, because it's not going to happen. But you will reach, you know, and you know, and the Most High will bless you. Elisha acts to have double the spirit of Elijah. You know, now Elijah was the greatest prophet. Did Elisha get double the spirit? It says he was given double the spirit. But at the end of the day, Elijah is going to be that top prophet. But Elisha did get double the spirit that Elijah had. So check that out. So technically, because if you think about it, Elisha should be the top, because if you got double the spirit of Elijah, who was the top prophet, then the top prophet would be Elisha. But it was set up that Elijah was going to be the top prophet, just in the spirit. But Elisha was motivated because he seen Elijah. He you know, and then he did those things. You know, he did those things. He was able to see the angels, the spirit realm, and heal a dead mother's son, I believe. A mother's dead son and things of that nature, you know. So, you know, he did a lot of great things. All right, let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire. You see? So when you continually meditate on it, when you continually focus, as it say in Matthew the 6th chapter, your eye be single, and you seeing the brother abilities, and you praying, you know, to be able to have these qualities, to be able to fit in that brotherhood perfectly as a well-oiled machine, you know, and be able to add and contribute to this truth, right? Then the Most High is going to give you that wisdom at thine own desire. He's going to bless you with that. You're going to increase. You're gonna sound sharper. You're gonna maneuver sharper, because even prophesying, reading, and bringing out the truth, those are abilities. You know, I've seen it even starting off like, oh wow, man, this brother's powerful, and not to do it for show, but to do it in a sincere spirit. You know, because at the same time when you speaking or you are bringing out this truth, all right, on the highways, on the byways, or you're doing a sit down, or you're doing a video, you know, you want to, you know, you should be connected with that Holy Spirit. You should be connected with that lesson you're doing. You should be connected when you out there prophesying. All right. And that comes from what? That comes from studying. All right. Because the more you study, you're not going to be ashamed about what you're speaking. You know, when somebody asks you or come up with questions, you're going to be able to edify. Hey, like the last week, the priest Rob Shapat, man, the Holy Spirit, you know, gave him wisdom at his own desire. He went into that thing without any doubts, without any confusion, without any question, and edified someone who grew up as a Native American, edified them more than him. And he didn't grow up as a so-called Native American. Check that out. He went into Rivers and brought up information that the guy knew, but he took it further into the truth. And that's the Lord doing that. And the brother didn't have to grow up in a Native American community in a tent or know that, or them in the families, for him to pass down that history and go through all of the studies. And when I mean so-called Native Americans, I meant the tribe of Gad, you know, but I mean them here in a Gentile state of mind, you know. But that's an ability where the Most High just gave him wisdom on that. Boom. You know, and that was to really edify someone and bring them in the truth. You know, it's not for, you know, like, well, you know, that brother was doing it for a sincere edification through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. All right. And that's what this thing is for, you know, and it was beautiful to watch, you know, and that should motivate you. It might not be the same books, but you know what? I got to get information on this, you know, the priest he might get into the Josephus, get into information that you gain, learn like, wow, get into the, you know, the other books. This is what the Talmud say. This is where they go off at, but this is how you know Yahweh Shah was real. And you get edified. Now you become more confident inside that. Okay. So your heart is established. Your mind is even more stronger. Like, nah, Yahweh Shah existed, bro. Cause why they talk about him in the Talmud, even though it ain't good things they saying, they still talking about him. You know, if you got something bad to say about a person, that means they had to exist, you know, but not to stray away from the lesson, just going to different things, you know, that I've seen, you know, and experienced myself, you know, and it says, verse 14, for the body is not one member, but many. If the foot shall say, because I am not the hand, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? Right. So, once again, you might be, you're going to have be given a certain ability, but you might just be the foot of it, but because the hand now, you know, the hand is going to be more of a shine because you could put rings on your hand. You know what I mean? The hand is going to be seen more forth on, I'm just talking in the cardinal sense on camera. Plus people put the jewelry on their hands is always seen. The foot too might be wearing the shoes or, get looked at, so to say, or attention or like more usage, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the hands and the feet, you always moving those two. But they might look at each other like, man, I ain't like the hand. The hand is holding the scriptures. I'm just here being the foot. The hand is holding the scriptures. The phone is pointing. Man, it's bringing out that truth, brother. Nah, but they are the same body. All right. Is it therefore not of the body? And if the ear shall say, because I am not the eye, I am not of the body, is it therefore not of the body? If the whole body were an eye, where were the hearing? See, if the whole were hearing, where were the smelling? See, and that's coming from the nose. So everything makes up. We are wait. So every brother's talent and every brother's ability is adding to the body. But the great thing about this truth is that you can gain talents that the foot will have or the eye will have and things of that nature. You see, because you're gonna be able to gain those talents. That's where it goes to 5. This brother got 5 talents and he was given 10. All right, verse 17. If the whole body were an eye, verse 18. But now have Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua set the members, every one of them in a body, and as it have pleased him. All right. So once again, that's why you want to stick around the body. But don't, compare yourself, but be motivated. Don't be scared of growth because you can gain those abilities, man. All right. You can gain those abilities, man. All right. That was pretty much the point. Let me jump down. Verse 28. And yet God have said, some in the church, first apostles, secondarily prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, governments, diversity of tongues. All right. Are all apostles, are all prophets, are all teachers, are all workers of miracles, have all gifts of healing, do all speak with tongues, do all interpret, but covet earnestly the best gifts. See, and that's the point I was just getting at, man. Be around these circles and these brothers and covet. Like, that's not a bad thing, because coveting, we're going after, lusting after something or desire. But you should want to desire, not on an intent where. And that's why we always say, not for vainglory that you looked at as, oh man, this is the chief supreme brother right here. Nah, it should be to be done, okay, because this is something beautiful that this brother does, and that's the intent in the heart that I'll be wanting to learn and do things, because I'll be like, wow, man, this brother, the sincerity of what this brother is doing, it's a beautiful thing, and then you pass it forth, because this thing should spread like a virus. You pass it on to another brother, or somebody else will see that wisdom and light and be like, wow, man, man, dang, bro, that's powerful, man, when you get that. And you give them the wisdom of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, right? But covet earnestly the best gifts, and yet show I unto you a more excellent way. See? So you should be coveting the best gift, man. All right? Charity, prophecy, teacher. You see brother holding a lesson. You should be want to be able to get the understanding. Were you able to conduct the lesson, said brother? You should be able to want to go out and, oh man, I got to learn prophecy so I can speak on the prophecy side. Man, brothers help, man. I want to be able to assist in helping and doing things like that. Those are the gifts that you should want to gain from one another. And once again, not in an intent where you want to where it's like a show off aspect, but it should be in a sincere aspect, and if the Lord is dealing with you and you're not performing it in that right aspect, you're gonna be rebuked, and you're gonna have to go back, and then you're gonna fine tuning and adjusting, and then You know what I mean? These things will be given, and then you'll know, all right, it's of the Lord, it's not of me. You know, you'll be groomed and grown the right way, you know, so to speak. All right. But with that being said, man, don't be afraid of growth and learning from another brother, because some in the same aspect, some brothers may you know, so to speak, could be discouraged. Oh, man, this brother's good, man. Oh, so I ain't gonna be able to get that. Let me not. Let me just, what am I really good for? Nah, you gotta actually, you good for, you got an ability, but those other abilities you can gain. Just be open for the growth. And when you try them and you mess up, hey man, you go back to the drawing board. Once again, Peter, they didn't get it on the first try to take them demons out. You think they ain't want to do that? Hey, one of them said, "Man, Lord, bring down thunder and like lightning, or bring down." The Most High said, "Man, I ain't come to destroy." Because they would, they they was around the Most High doing all this. Them brothers wanted to have it, but they ain't having it in the right spirit at that time. So they even made mistakes, or wasn't doing it within the right spirit. All right. That's going to happen to anybody, you in his flesh and you in his body, and you seeing things. You like, yo, man, but then now they got the understanding of it. And then they were blessed with these things. But that took being around for a very long time. These brothers was around Yahushua, the son of the Most High, for a long time, and they were able to get it. So how much more? They was around the Lord himself, and they didn't get it in an instant. It pretty much took them a whole process, even at the death, for them to really start clicking and getting it. All right. So, we just got to stay and stick with this, man. With that being, Lord willing, edifying lesson. To the next time, I'll say shalom.